There's nothing worse than getting mixed signals from your ex after a breakup. One minute, they're being friendly towards you, and the next thing you know, they're cutting you out of their life like you mean nothing to them. Fear not, I have a very special treat for you today. I'll show you a simple way that you can use to deal with their hot and cold behavior and predict what their next move might be so you can be one step ahead of them. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon if you find this helpful. As always, I'm available for coaching at healingafterbreakup.com. Alright, let's get started. Human behaviors are predictable, and your ex is no different. Usually, most of their mixed signals fall into 4 categories. The first category is attack. This should be self-explanatory. Your ex used this move to blame, shame, and criticize you for the breakdown of the relationship and why it's all your fault that they're leaving you. On the way out, they might even spread rumors about you, how you did them wrong, and attack your character to your mutual friends and acquaintances. This is called a smear campaign and a favorite move if your ex is a narcissist. What this does is to trigger your defensiveness, and if you agree with their criticism or want them back, you might beg, plead, apologize, and defend yourself endlessly to prove your worth so they'll forgive you and take you back. If this fails, you might wisen up and go no contact. However, if you do not block them as well, you'll continue to get more of their BS. The second category of behavior is to play the victim. If attacking you doesn't work, or you were able to prove their BS, then they'll play the victim to turn the table in their favor, painting you as the villain and they the poor victim. This is to deny their part in the relationship breakdown, avoid responsibility, seek attention, pity, and sympathy. It can also be used to trigger your empathy and rescue tendencies to give them what they want. This is Emotional Manipulation 101. Do not underestimate what the hidden power of playing a helpless and innocent victim can bring. The third and most confusing category of behavior is your ex being friendly towards you. It is unexpected, and you may feel like you still have hope of getting them back. Maybe they asked you to be friends after the breakup, or it was you that suggested it because you didn't want to lose them. But now you're in a pickle. You guys still talk normally, and they may even admit to missing you or having a hard time moving on. Worse is when they're using you as an emotional support buddy for their new dating life or as friends with benefit. You have been demoted and friend-zoned, with or without you knowing it, when you accepted the friendship offer. Your ex may even hoover you out of the blue after many months or years of no contact if they are a narcissist. If you don't know what that is, check out my video on hoovering above. Now, if you are aware, hopefully you will say no to this honey trap and walk away. Nothing hurts more than having false hope for someone who is only using you for their benefit. The last category of behavior is withdrawal. This is where they'll block you on social media, emotionally shut down during a conversation, go no contact, ghost, or ignore you. All of this will trigger your separation anxiety, sending you to the internet looking for advice on how to get your ex back. You're probably thinking that you did something wrong to turn them off and frantically trying to fix the situation. Most of you watching this right now are probably here because your ex pulled this move. Hopefully now you know why your ex continue to talk, text, or even sex you even though they are the one that broke up with you. This is because they may break up with you, but that doesn't mean they don't want to continue reaping the benefit you're giving them, since you are desperate to get them back. Perhaps you have experienced all 4 of these moves, seeing your ex flipping from hot to cold and from cold to hot. So why are they sending all these mixed messages? What do they have to gain? It simply comes down to 3 main reasons. The first one is to feel better about themselves. Second is to avoid pain and responsibility. Third is to get what they want from you with minimal effort. If you have ever been confused about anything that your ex did, just match it to this diagram and the answer will be clear. Ask yourself, which group of behavior does this belong to and why are they doing it? The answer is right here in front of you. Nothing is a mystery except for what you refuse to see or accept as truth. Now let's see how this applies to a real situation. A viewer wrote, I was in an LRD with my ex since 1.5 years, meet her 4 times during this period. She broke up with me last month and blaming me for all reasons. Even some of her reason was valid and some are just blaming. She said, you're controlling, insecure, relationship is toxic, she need mental peace, freedom, blah blah blah, and blame me for everything, even she was wrong too. I chase and beg her and plead for 10 days. I apologize for my mistakes and she's just showing her anger and rudeness and tell me she didn't want relationship back. Right away you can see that she broke up with him with an attack by blaming him for everything. This gives her an easy way out to break up with him guilt-free. He continues, after 10 days of chasing, I go no contact. But after 7 days, I saw her WhatsApp story she posted. Those people will always leave you whom you are comfortable with. And I am in the mind like, you left me, not I. Her tweets are so sad that it looks like she was a victim. So after she attacked, she then played the victim when he broke no contact and checked on her social media. This is why breaking no contact and not blocking your ex is a bad idea. But in this case, it allows you to see his ex pattern more clearly. So for those of you who failed no contact multiple times, this is a huge learning opportunity that you can use to predict your ex pattern of behavior. Let's see what he does next. So I replied to her story and asked, is she okay? And she thanked me for asking about her. She talks to me in a polite way and also asks about me too. She shared her problems and job-related stuff, but after I realized she don't want relationship, either maybe she wants to talk normally as a friend, so I backed off by saying I'm tired of all this stuff, I don't want to be friend-zoned, and will focus on myself, and then I started no contact now. Is this okay? Here you can see her next move. She then became friendly when he responded to her victimhood. Notice that he recognized her playing the victim, but he still falls for it willingly because, like it or not, he sees it as an opening for him to engage with her to get her back. So he's not entirely innocent here because he has his own agenda. Once he realized that she friend-zoned him and doesn't want to be in a relationship with him, he restarts no contact. This is good. But let's see what's next. He continues. After that, I talked to her a week ago. She said she missed me. She wasn't moved on yet, and she also had our pictures saved in her gallery. But later, she said she don't want relationship back. 'Cause she is tired now and she need peace, and she's slowing getting her peace now. Once again, he's hooking deeper with her friendliness and openness about her feelings about him. More false hope, but you can sense her beginning to pull away by reminding him that she doesn't want to get back together. This is the first hint of withdrawal. If he's not clear yet, her continued communication with him is to soothe her pain, not because she wants him back. There's no hope here. Zero, zip, nada. Whatever hope he's getting is from his own imagination and wishful thinking. Therefore, it's extremely important for you all to understand. Your ex's friendliness and engagement with you is not because they still want you back, even though they might say they miss you, love you, or whatever else you wish to hear. Misreading this clue will send you down a deep rabbit hole of endless pain and confusion, chasing after useless breadcrumbs. Unless they clearly state that they want you back without any ambiguity, do not make any assumption or overthink their behavior as anything more than that. Let's continue. After that, she blames me again, an argument occurs, and she blocked me by saying, "Leave me alone," and after that I go no contact. Now tell me, what's my chances and what can I do? From this last part, she made 2 moves here. Now she's setting up for her full withdrawal because she senses the same pressure and angst from him when she broke up with him. She attacks again so she can justify blocking him. He has no move left but to go no contact again. Notice, this is the first time she actually blocks him while he went, air quote, no contact and failed 3 times. This is not because he's blinded to her tricks or that she's a good manipulator. But he knows in her pose that she was playing victim and senses when she friend-zoned him. Yet, he was the one that reinitiated contact after going no contact first. At this point, she hasn't blocked or stopped contacting him yet. This is because he didn't do no contact for himself to heal and gain self-confidence, but as an angry reaction whenever she rejects him. That's not true no contact. It's just a temporary move to make himself feel better, like he regained control. But the person who still has power in this situation is his ex, not him. If this is how you do no contact, out of an angry reaction to your ex rejecting you, you most likely will fail because it's not for the right reason. You won't get them back this way. You will become frustrated and feel worse about yourself while being confused as to why no contact doesn't work. So what's my prediction for this guy and his ex from their post-breakup dynamic? His chance of getting her back right now is slim to none. Their relationship was long distance. Both are young, less than 2 years together, with only 4 in-person contact. Unless this is her first real relationship and she's the sentimental type, she might use this time to move on or find another guy to rebound with. If he doesn't see her unblocking him or hear from her within the next month or 2, that should be his answer. Even now, she adamantly say 2 times already that she doesn't want a relationship with him and go as far as to block him. That's pretty clear in my book where she stands. Heck, she doesn't even entertain the idea of giving him a chance to show her that he's willing to fix his flaws. That shows me that she's not even willing to work on the relationship with him. If she was to reopen contact again, it would be to play the victim or be friendly towards him like the first time to get his attention. If he falls for these moves again, then they'll go back to the same old hot and cold dance pattern with him getting string along until she had enough, rejects him in the end. Just rinse and repeat. If you find yourself in a similar situation like this guy, here's my suggestions. His best move right now is to implement real no contact this time for himself with full-on block everywhere to stop her from drawing him back into her pattern. Then use that energy to focus on himself, work on letting her go, and grieve the relationship. If he doesn't have the discipline to go full on no contact or block her, hopefully he has become more aware of her pattern and be prepared for it if or when she decides to come back. He'll be stronger and better prepared, or simply move on and don't look back. As you can see, this is just one example of many of how a dumper might behave after a breakup. There are many, many different combinations from just one move to all 4 in different order. Here are some common signature behavioral patterns that you might recognize. So there you have it. I hope this video and the diagram has been helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below what you think your ex's behavioral pattern is, or is there any behavior that I left out? If you would like my in-depth analysis of your situation like I did here, you can order a personalized What's My Chances report where I'll map out your ex's behavioral pattern, my prediction of what their next move might be, your chances of getting them back, and what my suggestions are on what you can do about it. The link to order the report is in the description below. That's it for now. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.